What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back on a Monday after a weird Serie A weekend. Very weird. First of all, prayers and thoughts with Indica. What happened during the Roma game? It didn't look good. While I'm recording, there's still no real information on that, but that game got suspended in the 70th minute, and they will replay or they will finish the next 20 minutes or the remainder 20 minutes whenever they find the date, I think it is. But so yeah, hopefully everything will be well for him. For the weekend, it's been a weird one. Roma, obviously that happened. Bologna dropped points. We dropped points. It's strange. Atalanta play today, and we need to deal with it. But I think and you see Boniface, and we're gonna talk about Boniface, but in general, the feeling is everybody is kind of, I don't know, kind of crawling towards the end of the season. The fans, the coach, the players, everybody is just crawling to the point where it's like, okay, confirm, it's done, new beginning, basically. That's a feeling you have, and you can feel that, and you can see that with the intensity on the pitch and all the rumors. We're not even talking about the club anymore actually on the pitch anymore, because it is what it is. So we're going to talk about Boniface in this one. Before we do that, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's go. Okay, so Boniface of Leverkusen, a player we are reportedly interested in. Reportedly, the fee is 40 million euros. I highly doubt that. If Premier League clubs come in, it's not going to be 40 million. I actually highly doubt that he's going to leave Leverkusen after one season. When Sabi is staying, actually everybody is basically going to stay. I don't see anyone actually leaving Leverkusen after this season. So that's that. I don't think it's a possibility. But the idea of Boniface sparked a lot of talks. With our a lot of changes are going to happen in the squad, even up top. Even when you think the midfield or the back line should be a priority, and they should, up front, there are going to be changes, because I don't think Sule is going to stay. I think it's very obvious the club is happy to move on Milik and Keane. The Chiesa situation is still up in the air, even though the latest reports are he's going to sign a new deal. There are going to be changes up front, and he is a name, and also Zirkzee. Now, Boniface is a striker, but he's not your typical number 9. He's not a Vlahovic number 9. He's technically much better. He's powerful, and it's not based on Leverkusen. I watch the Belgian league every single week, and what he was doing over here with Union, and even in the Europa League last season, was a joke. He is a very good footballer. Period. Goal scorer, yeah, but just footballer on the ball, he is extremely good. He's a very good player. And I think you would be crazy to say I don't want that player. I know a lot of people are also worried about his injury. He tore his, I need to lie, he tore something twice in the same, or in the following season when he was at Bodo Glimt, I think it was. In the Belgian league, it was clean. He was always fit. At Leverkusen, he had an adductor issue, I think, and missed 15 games, which is very strange, but he did miss 15 games. So I get that concern a little bit, but the point is Boniface or Zirkzee saying we don't need him. We need quality players, and yes, we have healed this, but with the next coach, we should be playing Champions League football. I'm gonna say that we play the Club World Cup. We're gonna play a lot of games next season. You need a good squad, and let's say Mota comes in and he doesn't play 2 up top, and he plays Chiesa, Yildiz, and Vlahovic, or you get Anderson and he plays Anderson. You need subs, you need substitutions, and if the club is we can bring in quality, you take that. I see people worrying about, but he's not going to play every single week. We are going to play so many games. It's not like this season we play 1 game a week and we're like, why are you benching Yildiz? Just play him, We play once a week. What's the point? Next season, we're going to play a ton of games. If you get in the Champions League, it's 8 games confirmed, and you need to be really shit to not get to the second round, because you have a very good shot at getting into the second round. And the Club World Cup. You're going to play so many games, potentially the Supercopa, maybe. the Club World Cup. You need quality over the pitch. And when people are like, oh, but where is he going to play him? You have Vlahovic up top or you have Chiesa. That's the coach to worry about. If you have enough quality, you rotate, you make something happen. You have power on the bench. So that's the least of my worries. Like when we are being linked with these type of players, I'm like, finally, even if it's just links, I'm like, we've been linked with Zaniolo and Berardi last summer. Like, let that sink in. And again, we might even sign Zaniolo or Berardi, but at this moment in time, it's like, good, that we're being linked with these type of players instead of a Zaniolo or a Berardi. It's a good thing. So I don't really understand why people are going crazy about it and saying, I don't want Boniface. Why would you not want Boniface? Or why would you not want Zirkzee? Same for our attackers. The opinions on our attackers are all over the place. One day, a lot of people do rate Vlahovic. Then he has a poor game. Oh, he's shit. Same for Chiesa. It's all over the place. There's no consistency with the opinions, like there's no consistency with the team. I've always been consistent. I don't like McKennie. I'm bringing it up. I don't like Danilo. If offer comes in, I will take them, and even when they're playing well, and I've said McKennie's playing well, it's still not my cup of tea, and I would sell if an offer comes in. I've been consistent with, I like Vlahovic. When he had that poor game against Torino, I said, man, you should have scored that, period, But that doesn't mean I'm going to change my opinion on Vlahovic. I still like him. I still like Chiesa. He's not having a bad. He's having a poor season overall. I've said that 1,000 times, but my opinion doesn't change from game to game. I have an opinion on a player. I praise when they're doing well, but my main opinion will not change on the type of player, because for that to happen, a player needs to have such a transformation. It's impossible for a player like McKennie or Danilo on the age they are. Like, there is what there is. Technically, McKennie's not good. He's never going to be that. That's why I don't like him. I don't think defensively Danilo is all that good. I will never like him. That's just period. That's what I think of these players. But up front, that's the scenario right now for us. It's all over the place. It's inconsistent, and everybody has different opinions, and those opinions changes. Vlahovic, if Vlahovic doesn't score, nobody scores for this team. That's the reality. And when people say, "Oh, you cost us the game," you did. We should have won in the second half. But what in this first half? What in the second half? Created nothing against Torino. Not Vlahovic, not Chiesa. Yildiz had a shot. We created nothing for nobody. That's the main issue. I've watched Liverpool play. Who was it? Crystal Palace. They missed absolute sitters. If you think the Vlahovic one was poor, they missed 3 or 4 of them at least, and then another bunch of good chances. But they created so much, and that's a fluke. Like, in a normal day, they at least score 1 or 2, But that's not the case with us. We have 1, 2, and then it's it. If we don't take those chances, it's done. And 2 chances a game is not a lot. People think it's a lot. People have been brainwashed to think 2 chances a game is a lot. It's not. It's just the bare minimum, being a club like Juve. So that being said, changes are going to happen in the summer, whether we like it or not. And probably a lot of us will not like certain deals, Anderson, and a lot of deals we will like. And we will need to make sacrifices. Juntuli said before the game, the Mercato depends on getting Champions League and sales. Sales being Junior, Kostic, Sule, but also maybe Bremer. And then you need to find a solution how we're going to replace Bremer, how we're going to do that. It's going to be a weird summer, but, being linked with a player like Boniface or Zirkzee, I will not get mad about that. I wouldn't, because we've been linked with far worse for a very long time. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys later. Ciao.